There was an old village legend when I was a kid. Every ghost festival, evil spirits would disguise themselves as humans. Once spotted, they could break into houses to harm people. One evening, I heard noises coming from the yard gate. I hurried over to check it out. An elderly white-haired lady stood right outside the gate. She held a tattered bowl in her hand. She looked utterly miserable. "Ma'am, who are you looking for?" The old lady heard me call out to her. Her eyes slowly rolled around. Then she fixed her gaze on me. "Kid, is your grandpa named Liu Kui?" Her voice sounded dull and heavy. It felt gloomy and eerie. I nodded my head gently. The old lady cracked a cold smile, showing her pale, creepy teeth. "That's right then. Your grandpa pitied me. He told me to come get half a bowl of raw rice. Make sure it's totally uncooked rice. Don't get the wrong one." When she said raw rice, her eyes widened sharply. Her tone turned icy cold. It was terrifying to look at. "It's Ghost Festival today, I can't help you." Right after I spoke, the smile on her face froze instantly. She stared at me with a dark look. "Why are you being so stubborn, kid? Your grandpa sent me for raw rice. Hurry up and get it for me. Ghosts wear human disguises on this festival. No rice can be lent out today. My grandma warned me before heading out. Never lend rice to anyone who comes asking, and never step outside the yard." Seeing I refused her request, she glared straight right at me. Her gaze was filled with dread, but soon she changed her expression again. She begged me in a pitiful voice. "Kid, I haven't eaten for 3 days. I'm starving. Please have mercy and save me." She shed tears while speaking. Her sobs sounded utterly miserable, yet her face was still wearing a grin. Elders in the village once said, "Ghosts are incapable of crying. They can never make sad facial expressions, even if they sound heartbroken. They always keep smiling." Cold chills ran down my entire back. I was totally freaked out. A real ghost had really shown up. "Please stop crying, ma'am. I'll go get you the rice right now." Grandma told me beforehand. If I run into ghosts, I must stay calm. Never let them find out that I've seen through their disguise. She grinned widely the second I agreed. "Good kid, go get it quickly. Remember, only raw rice will do." I nodded in response. Then I rushed toward the east room. I jumped straight out through the window. I ran down the path toward the village chief's house. They were building a new house there today. My grandparents went over to help out. I sprinted as fast as I could. I kept feeling like she was chasing me closely. I finally made it there after running a long way. My grandpa stared at me in shock. Then he asked me worriedly, "Little Buffalo, what on earth happened to you?" I glanced down at my pants. They were covered all over with dirt. I panted heavily and spoke out. "A ghost! There is a ghost nearby!" Everyone in the yard froze up. Fear filled their eyes instantly. "Kid, are you absolutely sure about this?" That ghost took the form of an old lady. Right after I finished speaking, there came a loud bang. The village chief's wife trembled badly, dropping the metal basin right onto the ground. It was still filled with steaming pig blood. Blood spilled all over the ground. The village chief frowned angrily. "What are you doing messing around? How could you drop a simple basin?" She looked extremely guilty and nervous. She stammered nonstop, like she was hiding a huge secret. "Sis, did you lend raw rice out today?" All villagers turned their eyes toward her. Her hands kept shaking violently. She kept dead silent for a long time. Pure terror showed on her face. The village chief stamped his foot in rage. "Speak up now. Hurry and tell us the truth. I didn't lend any out. If you didn't, why are you so scared? You can never lie about this matter." He stared fiercely straight at his wife. "Tell me the truth or you'll get punished." She glanced timidly at her husband. Her eyes looked really strange. Then she shifted her sight over to me. "Brother, I was just frightened. An old lady did come to my house earlier. Since we were building a house, I wanted good luck. So I agreed to give her some rice. But when I walked into the storage room, I suddenly remembered it was Ghost Festival. So I gave her half a bowl of cooked rice instead. She refused it and even yelled at me. Then she just left right away." After hearing her words, all the villagers let out sighs of relief. Only my grandpa still looked extremely worried. "Dusk is falling really soon. We need to check if the ghost has entered the yard." "Brother, do you not trust my words?" "Sis, it's not that I doubt you. I'm afraid you got tricked by that ghost. I fear you really handed over raw rice. Koi, do you have any way to check? Get half a bowl of clean water. Take one chopstick and stand it in the bowl. If the chopstick stands firm upright, it means ghosts have already broken in. They will strike once night comes. If it fails to stand steadily, the whole yard stays safe and sound. Kid, go get the bowl and chopsticks. Let me go get them. The little girl is too young. She can barely hold those things." She hurried straight into the storage room right after speaking. She quickly brought the bowl and chopsticks out. Grandpa placed the chopstick into the water. Everyone gathered around closely. All eyes locked tightly on the water bowl. Several minutes passed by. The chopstick never stood up at all. I told everyone I only gave cooked rice. "Now you can all rest easy, right?" She poured out all the water in the bowl quickly. "Don't rush like this. Wait a little longer," she answered back in an annoyed tone. "Brother," everyone saw it clearly. The chopstick never stood upright. If ghosts really got inside the yard, the chopstick would have stood up already. "We've all worked hard all day. Let's just have dinner and call it a day. Powerful ghosts know how to hide themselves well. We can't rush this kind of thing." She shot me a sharp, angry glare. Then she spoke out angrily. "I think you are just making trouble out of nothing. I already said I gave cooked rice only. What else do you want from me?" Tears welled up in her eyes instantly. She looked totally wronged and sad. She was always a gentle and honest woman, never arguing or quarreling with others. All villagers started speaking up for her. They told Grandpa not to be too harsh. The village chief's son pointed fingers at Grandpa. "You old fool! We're building our new house. Why do you keep ruining the mood? Mom already said she gave cooked rice. Why are you still holding on to this matter? What exactly are you trying to do?" The village chief kicked his son lightly. He scolded him in a stern voice. "How dare you talk to Uncle Kui in such rude ways? Show some proper respect right now." The young man only huffed and said nothing. "Sis, I'm only doing this for everyone's safety. Today is Ghost Festival. It's nothing like ordinary days. On this special day, ghosts blend into crowds. They look exactly like regular humans. No one can tell them apart with naked eyes. It will be way too late once night falls." The village chief let out a deep, long sigh. "Koi, what else do you plan to do? Your house beams are all made of peach wood. Peach wood can ward off evil spirits. Cut off a small section from the main beam and make it into a threshold for the door. Then no ghost can ever get inside. We can all hide safely indoors and wait till sunrise for safety." Are you out of your mind, old man? I truly think you've lost your senses. House beams are just like people's spines. Removing beams equals breaking our spines. Do you want our whole family to live in misfortune? What evil intentions are you hiding? Dad, he is just here to pick a fight. Let's drive him away right now. Shut your mouth instantly. Koi, this method is totally unreasonable. How can we casually remove main house beams? Chief, darkness is closing in fast. We are running completely out of time. Which matters more, lives or house beams? The village chief also lost his temper fully. You can't even confirm ghosts are inside. Why insist on cutting the beams down? I believe you are just holding a grudge. I froze there for a short moment. What? What grudge could I possibly hold? The chief only let out a cold snort. You know the truth deep inside your heart. No need for me to spell it out. Today is our house building big day. I only wish for smooth good fortune. Don't go looking for unnecessary trouble. Anyone unhappy staying can just leave. Hurry up and start cooking meals, dear. Everyone here is starving hungry. His wife simply nodded her head. She took other women into the storage room. The chief leaned against the wall smoking tobacco. Villagers gathered in small groups chatting casually, leaving my grandpa sitting all alone aside. Grandma spoke to him with slight blame. Old man, just stop talking so much. Offending the village chief. We will never live peaceful lives. My right eye has been twitching nonstop. I truly believe ghosts have already snuck in. They are just waiting for dark night. You have no real proof at all. Stop scaring everyone for no reason. Honey, go get another bowl of water. And bring one more chopstick too. Make sure the chief's wife never notices. I need to check this once again. Grandma let out a helpless sigh. Fine then. I'll go get those things now. She quickly brought them over soon after. Grandpa found a quiet empty corner and stuck the chopstick into the water bowl. Several minutes passed slowly. The chopstick still stayed lying flat. Could it really be no ghost got in? Right after he finished whispering, the chopstick slowly stood up strangely. It floated steadily in the water. Grandpa's eyes widened in total shock. No good, the evil ghosts have already entered the yard.